Hello and welcome back everyone, and today I have for you a video where I'm ranking every single season of the challenge, but instead of doing it like 1 through 35, I'm going to be putting them in what is called a tier list. Now I know these things have been popular for a while and maybe I'm missing the mark by making a tier list video, but I felt as though that putting them in a tier list with specific categories that they would follow fits better than just putting them 1 through 35, especially with the middle section. With this, I have 6 categories that I'm putting all these challenge seasons in, and that is great, good, okay, meh, bad, and trash. And I also want to clarify that the way I'm organizing these seasons in these categories is from the oldest challenge season to the most recent in that category. I know some people put the best ones near the category name and the worst one is on the outside or the farthest away. So I'm not doing that. If it's in that specific category, it fits the criteria that I put for that category, and I'm just putting it in there from oldest season to the most recent. So the first one in the great one isn't the best one overall, and the last one that I say in the trash category isn't the worst one of them all. I just want to clarify that. And also, I don't want to make this like a 35-minute video, so I'm going to list out all the seasons in a specific category and only highlight a few of them or say a little thing about a few of them and why I put that specific season in there. But with saying all that, let's start off with the lowest tier on this tier list, and that is the trash category. And the trash category are these seasons really missed the ball, whether it was the twists, formats, drama, or overall just was panned in general by everyone or myself. This tier left me completely unsatisfied, and I'd probably never go back to watch these seasons, except for maybe if I watch all the rest of the seasons over and over and over again, and then I like kind of had to or forgot why I didn't like these seasons, and I go rewatch them. The seasons I have in here are Gauntlet 3, The Island, Bloodlines, Battle of the Bloodlines, Rivals 3, and Final Reckoning. The Island I want to highlight in this one is just bad. It is so bad. Like taking the challenge format and then trying to like hybrid it with Survivor. I get Survivor was really popular and they were kind of like trying to change it up on them, but this season was just bad. When you rewatch this season, it makes me cringe. It makes me grit my teeth with how Bananas and Kenny were yelling at all the women, demeaning them, calling them bad names all the time, and just say, oh, it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. You're just being mean-spirited. We have like Abram getting stung by wasps and then having to quit out of the game. Well, he got voted out, but he like begged to be voted out because he had to go save his business. I mean, everything around this season is bad in my opinion. I did not like this one. Final Reckoning took like a whole half a year to get through, and to me it was really, really boring. And Gauntlet 3 was just the champions or veterans just absolutely demolishing the rookies and then losing on a technicality at the last minute to make the season more fun or spontaneous. I did not like that. I was unsatisfied with that as in general, and Bloodlines is just Bloodlines, and so is Rival 3. So to me, they all deserve to be in the trash category, and I do not want to rewatch these at all. The next category I have up here is the bad category, which these seasons aren't as egregiously bad like the trash tier, but not by much. Or these are the seasons that haven't aged particularly well, and I have a good amount of seasons in here. We have Road Rules All-Stars, the Real World vs. Road Rules Challenge, the Challenge 2000, the Extreme Challenge, Battle of the Seasons 2002, Battle of the Sexes 2, Battle of the Seasons 2012, War of the Worlds 2, and Total Madness. And I want to highlight from Road Rules All-Stars to Battle of the Sexes. This is seasons 1 through 6, but this is like the first couple of seasons were the challenge really experimenting and trying to figure out what they wanted to be. In these seasons, when going back to rewatch these seasons, they're not as exciting. Now the casts are great. Like Battle of the Seasons 2002 has a ton of great OG players and is fun, but when you're rewatching it, and if you're coming from the light of modern The Challenge, it's not as exciting. Now these seasons you have to respect because these were the stepping stones to what we know as the challenge is today. It's just not as exciting to rewatch these seasons. And War of the Worlds 2 and Total Madness were kind of poopy. I mean, this was two of the most recent seasons, and to me, they weren't that exciting at all. Now, the meh category. Now, these seasons are decent enough. I don't really have a strong feeling about them, good or bad. The casts were fine in the season, the drama was alright, and the challenges were a bit middle of the road. And the ones I have in here are the Gauntlet 2, Inferno 3, the Ruins, and Vendettas. I want to highlight the Ruins. The Ruins had a pretty decent cast list, but this was challengers versus champions, and the champions were absolutely demolishing the challengers. They only lost one daily challenge that whole time, and by the time we got to the ending, it was Kellyanne and Sarah Rice, who was a rookie, going up against Kenny, Bananas, Evan, Derek, and Susie. I mean, come on. And one of the most disappointing things about this season is that this was going to easily give Darrell his 5th challenge win, his 5th in a row, and then one night, because Brad was like wasted out of his mind, picked a fight with Darrell, which is freaking stupid, and Darrell absolutely demolished his face and had to be DQ'd. This whole season was all right, but it was very, very just lackluster and very much in the middle of the road. Vendettas was all right, and Inferno 3 just did not have enough gusto, in my opinion. The same with Gauntlet 2. Now we move on to the okay category. Now these seasons are kind of like the meh category, but the only difference is that I would be kind of okay to rewatch them, or like when push came to shove, the casts were good, had decent challenges, and some pretty nice drama. The 4 seasons I have in the okay category is Gauntlet, Battle of the X's 2, Invasion of the Champs, and Dirty 30 XXX. Now, Invasion of the Champs, I will say, is a bit of like bias in my opinion, because Dirty 30 was the first ever challenge I watched while it was airing, and then I was instantly hooked after the first episode of Dirty 30 that in between episodes I started binging full seasons of the challenge, and Invasion of the Champs was the first full challenge season I watched, and I was super invested. I really enjoyed it a ton, and so that's why I have it in the okay category. I like it enough that it holds a near and dear place in my heart, but I totally understand where people are saying that it's not that great of a season, or I could see its pitfalls. And with that being the case, I have it in the okay category with the rest of these seasons. But now let's move on to the good category, which these seasons are good, in my opinion. Only a few slip-ups, but other than that, these seasons pretty much have what you're looking for when it comes to the challenge. And the seasons I have in here are Inferno, Inferno 2, Fresh Meat, The Duel 2, Fresh Meat 2, Cutthroat, and Battle of the X's, the first one. And the 2 I want to highlight is Fresh Meat and Fresh Meat 2. But when you look at the cast list for Fresh Meat and Fresh Meat 2 and see the type of legends that come from these 2 seasons, it's absolutely insane. Like with Fresh Meat, you have Kenny, Evan, Evelyn, and Wes, and all these other people in that season. Then you have Fresh Meat 2, where you have Cara, Teresa, Laurel, Brandon. You have so many great names and challenge champs, this being their rookie season and them playing the hardest in their seasons. It's really fun to go back and see. Also, Fresh Meat 2 was awesome to watch Landon win that season. I think these seasons are fun to go back to, fun to watch, and have a great cast. Like Inferno and Inferno 2 have some of the best challenge cast lists, I think, ever. So with that being the case, I have this in the good category. You think that's good, but now let's move on to the great category. And for the great category, this is top tier challenge seasons. When I think of the best seasons, I think of these 5 challenge seasons, and I would recommend people to watch these seasons and have a good time with it. And that is The Duel, Rivals, Rivals 2, Free Agents, and War of the Worlds. Duel is the first individual format challenge season ever. You have some of the best eliminations ever. This cast list is amazing. You get some great romance between DM and CT. Oh, it is chef kiss perfection. You have Rivals and Rivals 2. I think Rivals is like my favorite challenge like trilogy. Granted, I have Rivals 3 in the trash category, but the perfection that is Rivals and Rivals 2 just super outweigh the total trash and dumpster fire that is Rivals 3. Then you have Free Agents, which is a lot of people's favorite challenge season. And let me tell you right now, we're doing a rewatch of it right now on my channel, and I can see why people really love Free Agents. It has a great cast, it has great drama, great romance, and it's just really, really fun to watch. The editing is so perfect. I don't know who did the editing, but you gotta hire that team back, because Total Madness and War of the Worlds 2 was trash compared to what Free Agents is. And I also have War of the Worlds. I talked about Fresh Meat and Fresh Meat 2. This was pretty much a Fresh Meat season, except all the rookies came from reality shows like Big Brother, like Shipwrecked UK, X on the Beach, Big Brother Celebrity, Big Brother UK, Big Brother, and all these different cast lists. Turbo, we got Turbo, a Turkish delight from Survivor Turkey. And I have to say that these 5 seasons, if I was looking at perfection, these are the seasons I would rewatch over and over again. I could rewatch all these seasons every single month and never get tired of it. But what do you think about my tier list? Let me know that in the comment section below. What do you agree with? And what are some of the seasons that you disagree with? And where would you put your season ranking on this tier list? Let me know that in the comment section below. What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? And what's one that you kind of think that is a dark horse that, hey, maybe it's too low on this tier list and maybe I should give it another shot, maybe get another rewatch and possibly like see about whether I should change it after I rewatch it? Let me know that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really, really soon with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.